Welcome to Feral Manor. We're Leonie and Steve, we're the two feral gardeners. And this week we've got a lot of jobs that are just naturally flowing out of the work we've been doing tidying up this whole area. As we're mulching closer towards the house, we're actually discovering all these little things which need tidying up, and it sparked a whole lot of jobs. Some of them are fun things, like I've just been drilling holes in all of these tubs, getting them ready for the next lot of native plant pots that I'm going to be setting up, and we'll see more of that in a little while. And also too, one of the things we've been doing is we're starting to repurpose some of the things we've got around the house. So come on, get your gloves on and get into it with us. There's an old table which has been in the chook pen for years, and obviously now we don't have a chooks or a pen. We've brought the table out and we're repurposing that frame. Steve's already done some work on it, and we're going to repurpose that into a table where we can actually store some of our pots and use it as a working garden bench. So, how do you like the new knee pads? Looks like I'm about to play for a Major League Baseball game. But no, I have real problems kneeling because I actually had knee surgery a few years back. So I decided to buy a set of these knee pads and see if they'll actually help me in the garden. I'll let you know how they went later on. I've got a whole lot of Borlotti beans to plant out, and unlike me, normally I've actually planted all the seeds out into seed snails. I really want to get a decent sized crop because we'll be relying on those for food over winter. Well, not like we're desperately only going to eat Borlotti beans, but you know, for once I wanted to get a really good crop. So I'm going to plant them here and here. That is if I can get them all in. If they don't fit, I'm just going to pull out some more of these onions. But yeah, I've got to get stuck into it. At least the soil looks pretty nice and moist here. Steve worked it earlier in the year for the brassicas he's got here. Unfortunately, they seem to be being eaten. Probably shouldn't surprise us. The snail load this year has just been massive. You can see the beans have really grown up well in the seed snails, and I can actually see there's a couple right down here which are still coming up, so I might end up repacking the unsprouted or the newly sprouting seeds and just focus on the really good big ones. Can't believe how quickly they grow. Well, the knee pads actually worked quite well. Can't deny they feel a bit weird and clunky, but they have been great. I've been able to kneel on them. I actually just have problems getting up. That is actually looking really good. Steve particularly wanted me to show you this. He's really happy with how nice and level it all is. And as soon as Steve has finished with it, I'll be able to put my stuff all over it. Yes! I've got some extremely showy plants to be putting in this pot, and this is the feature plant. This is a Phebalium, it's grafted. So yep, there's a graft down here. I'm not sure what it's grafted onto. And it's called Sun Dancer. And this one is definitely going to be the main feature in this pot. And it's the reason why I got a tall pot, because I really need something that this can grow into. I've also got two really beautiful purple flowering plants to put in. This is a Dampiera. It's called Violet Princess, and as you can see, has these absolutely gorgeous purple flowers, and that's going to be a bit of a mounder and a trailer, so that will be like a ground level for this pot. And poking above that, this is an absolutely stunning plant. Now, I always knew this as Isotoma, and like a lot of Australian native plants, it's had a name change and it's now called Laurentia. But I'll see if I can get a close-up of these absolutely gorgeous purple flowers here. You can see why I want this one in my pot, and that's going to be a slightly higher plant. The other thing I've got, and these are going to be taller and more and have long stems with the golden balls on the top. These are the billy buttons, and I actually bought these from the Cool Country natives a couple of weeks ago, and there were so many planted in the pots that I've actually split them up and have potted them on, and they're all actually already, they've already got roots coming out of the bottom of them, so they're ready to go. And again, they'll be putting fillers in here, but they're going to be tall and work better at a sort of mid-height between the Isotomas at ground level and the big Phebalium. Oh, and don't forget, all of the plants that I mention in the vlog will actually be listed in the show notes below. So you'll be able to find all the names there if you don't catch them while I'm talking. I think basically this plant is top heavy, and I am actually intending to trim it back. Even just seeing it sitting here in this little pot, it's just been pulling over, and I really don't want it to do that. So you can see the angle it's going at. So yeah, trying to get this a bit more upright where it should be. That looks a lot better. Not quite going to get out the level. I'm just going to eyeball this, prop that up there, and just see, yeah, that's much better already. I've got everything in the pot now, and Steve's going to give me a hand to shift it. It will be really, really heavy to move, so we're just going to pop it down near our table so we can look at it. We haven't decided yet where it's going to go permanently, but that's a good place to start. Thanks for joining us once again here at Feral Manor, and we hope you can make it back next time. For a small channel like ours, when you like, and particularly if you subscribe and comment, that actually makes our video get shown to more people. And that's actually what we obviously want to do. So thanks for joining us. We'll catch up with you next time.